I will not lie to you, good people from Discord. I have no idea why it didn't post in the YouTube alert thing that I've set up. It might. I'm sorry if it will end up posting at the end when the video is done. Maybe it's good. That way it will automatically keep an archive, but I was expecting it to actually post about it in the beginning, which is a disappointment a little bit. But okay, it is what it is. I hope you guys like the new Discord. And I know it maybe caught some of you by surprise and you were not ready for this. Neither was I. It is what it is, though. I'm gonna tell you that it's not like some people I spoke to think it's some sort of mommy and daddy are getting divorced type of thing. That's not the case. So don't worry about it. But we have our own space now that I can post freely, whenever, whatever. And all of you can join and participate, of course, ask questions and all that beautiful stuff. We're going to have new stuff on the Discord. Those who wonder, the Discord will be 100% private server. And only the few to none who got to join in the sort of the day of the transition will be able to be around without Patreon or anything of that sort. But anybody who will be on that Discord will be either a Patreon member or a student of mine, something basically that is community internal. It's not going to be open to the public. It's going to be a private server 100%. By the way, hello Kalo Olimu, Tomas, Chobi, good to see you. Stonky, of course, my man, good to see you, brother. Again, that's maybe why we're gonna have a little bit less show up today. By the way, appreciate the if those who are not have not yet subscribed, maybe those who watch later actually take that step and join in the Patreon. The Patreon is how you actually will be able to join the Discord. That's the only way. The Patreon is this. It's appearing on the screen right now. It's for those who are going to watch later. No, not for those who are already signed up. It's fine. That's not for you, obviously. So let's get the show on the road. I know a lot of people want to look at this and say, actually, a lot happened today, but really, all in all, we have to be objective. I hate to say it, not much. Not really a lot has happened today. We opened up with a bit of a gap. The market obviously rushed to close it. Not all that surprising. So only now that we are kind of getting finished and finalized with this gap is when we actually going to see what the market is going to do. And we're pretty much running out of time. We have 20 minutes to go. So this is going to be maybe a little bit shorter than usual, just a little bit. Also, usually I will try to do these earlier. It's funny how, if everything is going great, you must have missed something. I was just about to go live, and I've left this bottle of orange juice, the sort of healthy drink thingy that I didn't realize, but and it's not like it was fermenting for a day here or something. No, it was just here for several hours. I guess it got too warm. I didn't realize. Placed it not far from the computer, and it just blew up. Basically, just launched itself, and I had orange juice all over the place. So that's why I'm a little bit late. Usually I'm going to try and do these a little bit earlier, but it is what it is. That that's what happened today. So usually, and plus I'm very busy with the Discord and everything. So normally these are going to be slightly earlier. By the way, those who are sort of wondering what's going on with S&P right now, we're actually moving around the 6,000, which is a major psychological level, as you can imagine. To be stupid precise, it's gonna be I had it for a second. You saw it, right? You saw it. Alrighty, perfect. So this is actually what is being tested and contested right now. Has it been confirmed as a support or resistance? I mean, right now it still is a resistance, although we were able to break above that as normal process, right? So we have not confirmed it yet, but right now we're basically testing 6,000 to those who wonder what's going on. So let's start, with our usual stuff. We are forming right here a obvious negative trend moving to the downside, right? Where we're formulating right here an obvious trend for the time being, testing the median quite obviously right here, right there, and maybe even right there. So the trend is definitely formulating. It's not that steep. So this is more indicative of a correction, right? Rather a temporary correction on this horrible, gigantic, crazy move that is not going to stay the way it is. Usually you'll have gaps close very quickly, although we have this $110 gap below us. Somehow we were able to move a couple of days forward. Of course, those who know things don't just... don't worry, Mama. Don't worry, Christoph. All good. Good to see you. It doesn't matter as long as you made it. It's good. It's awesome. So we are starting to see that formulation of a trend, but it's basically not that crazy. It's not that steep, so it's going to be rather slow, right? Let's see what is the 30 minutes telling us. 30 minutes is actually in oversold territory, right? So if we are in oversold territory, that means we're probably going to get more of that amplified momentum to the downside, right? It's only a matter of time until these going to have convergence and we're going to have bearish momentum dominant, right? Once bearish momentum is dominant, it's not going to be all that surprising if this will continue and turn around, closing at least this gap, starting to move alongside that channel we just saw on the smaller time frame. Remember, the fact that it's gone from your eyes doesn't mean that it is gone. It is actually taking place. It is actually in the sort of behind the scenes doing its thing. It's just that now you lose objectivity of it, and it doesn't mean it goes anywhere. It is still a downwards trend. It's just that within the confines of this larger trend, it appears to be basically just gone, because now you're seeing the far larger one, right? That is the green and red that you can see in the background that we've been following all along, which basically has high probability for us for that correction that we're seeing. Why? Because we're at the edge of the resistance, right? So even on that 30-minute chart, we're starting to see signs to why we would potentially break, simply reaching the peak of the potential space we have to move within the confines of normality. Remember, it can break normality, right? But within the confines of normality, within the confines of this current trend we've been following for quite a while, that is what we are expecting to see. All right, so for 45 minutes is similarly to 30 minutes. It's just that this is, imagine what you saw. Well, I imagine, just simple, you see this entire thing, now it shrinks, right? It becomes a smaller, or rather more condensed version of itself, right? And we are gradually moving. This is why I like to have the 45 minutes. We're gradually moving from 30 to 45. We can see how it readjusts, right? And now that we move to 1 hour, sometimes these will have a significant discrepancy or look so different that it will be hard to see. So basically what we're realizing, this entire thing is representative of this thing, as I was trying to get it right, but you see, you get the idea, right? Right, I hope. I just asked, agreed, confirmed. Alrighty. Good. So we are seeing a lot more negative momentum, us being in oversold territory. Just give it some time to actually overturn, and once it does, this will start amplifying and we will see a significant movement to the downside, clearing that gap, testing that median. All makes sense, just falls in line with what we're seeing, right? So what about 4 hours? 4 hours is actually bullish, significantly bullish, because we are in overbought territory. Basically the engine is running hot. But that's also a bad sign, because the engine has been running hot for a little bit now. And the engine tends to need a cool-off period, if you will, right here. That momentum needs a cool-off period once we do exceed the capabilities of this current trend. And then we start correcting to the downside, seeing some depreciation in the price, right? Alrighty, so we're kind of... Let's remove all this junk. So we're going to keep it clean. So eventually, very shortly, we are either going to break here, or if we are really going to push it here, but basically bringing us to the same sort of assumption that we are going to correct this sooner or later. And when we're going to do this beautiful thing, which I think I'm more inclined to believe that's the case, I'm going to break below that 6, or maybe just we're moving into that wonderful wedgie that we are now created right here. This nice wedge right there between the psychological 6,000 and the bottom, or the median of this trend, using as forming as the bottom, basically functioning as the bottom. Let me just clean it up quickly. That will be easier. Bam, done. Alrighty. Daily chart. Daily chart, again, it sort of potentially says that, look, we are overbought. We still have a little bit of momentum to squeeze before we have this convergence and subsequent divergence of the forces, and which potentially says we could squeeze out a little bit more out of this before we initiate the correction, hence the time spent in the overbought territory. Remember, it doesn't just break in and break out. In fact, we overshot this significantly. So my expectation was that we're going to start more or less forming this lower behaving sort of trend structure, but well, didn't really work out as expected. I do argue that it will move downwards to the expected locations, just will take some time to clear that gap, and once it does, or rather close it, right? And once it does, we will probably will be looking at testing at around 58 and 20-ish, kind of, maybe scratching that area-ish, 58, 20, 58, 10-ish, then retest, then eventually slipping to the bottom of that gap that we created right here between the 5th of November and the 6th. So once we clear that, we're going to have a little bit of a clearer structure, whether we're already moving down or already in oversold territory. But remember, because this is very temporary stuff, what we're seeing is basically, I mean, when we're looking at this time frame, at the end of the day, what we're looking at is a potential movement of a week time altogether, right? What's up? What's up, Mamba? Good to see you. STR, oh my god, bullseye. I'm not sure what does that mean. Does that mean I was right? Does that mean I was wrong? That means something completely separate? I have no idea. Mamba, you have to elaborate. I am so sorry. Now, we will continue with this, what we're doing right now. We're still seeing what potentially could be the expression of this momentum to the upside, right? This could be that, right? We normally end up testing above, normally retesting again, normally retesting again, normally retesting again, and normally breaking back down or breaking upwards, ish, if you will, right? Slipping above, and that's kind of the potential structure we're going to have. Very nicely sort of organized, right? It doesn't mean it's going to look like that. It can actually look more like this. It doesn't have to be all that picture perfect pretty thingy that I just drew, right? It's give or take. It can be stretched out all the way further out to here, right? I'm just giving you a give or take. Remember, I just drew these red and green candlesticks on I think what was the weekly time frame, to give you an idea of what we could be seeing. Or sorry, that was the monthly. That was the upcoming potential 2 months, right, that we're going to see and how they play out. And you can imagine that sort of plays neatly. Instead, for example, this should be maybe more like this, more oriented like that, and this should be more oriented instead like so, maybe, I don't know, so, if you will, right? Potentially, we'll see how that pans out as we get closer, but this is far more sort of, this is the potential structure. It doesn't have to be all that neat, nice and dandy as I drew it originally, just to be clear on things. Okay. Now let me just clean this up. Let's go weekly. Weekly is actually the most interesting one, because people expected, I guess, this thing to overturn, and we have, no, we are starting to form exactly what I told you, getting this slowdown of momentum right at that 80 range, still structuring this lower moving behavior, right? It's, well, again, overshot. That's where the market, we say the market can be irrational longer than we can stay solvent, right? So basically overshooting whatever ranges we're familiar with. Does that mean, or expecting rather, based upon other signs, does that mean that's it, it's all, you know, throw to the bin? No, that's what the market does. The market is not some creature sitting in a cave. It's the combination of all movements all together. By the way, thank you, Mama, for reminding me that Patreon, which I'm going to be a nudnik, I'm going to bring it back onto the screen. Since now Tom's Discord and my Discord are separate, that tier right now, that there is only one tier on the Patreon. It's only $10 a month, and once it's filled to the 1,000 spots, it's gonna be completely locked, right? Those will be the founding members. Yeah, those are the only people who will get that price of $10 a month forever and ever, basically, as long as they will retain their role, basically, as long as they retain their subscriptions. That will be the case, and the subsequent tiers will be more expensive. And that one tier that will be locked, that $10 tier, the 1,000 founders, basically will be locked forever and ever, and nobody will be able to join it after it's locked. All right. Wait, are you guys not even seeing it? Oh my God, you guys are not seeing it. Am I right? You guys are not seeing it. That is such a disappointment. I was sure I set it up correctly, and you guys will see it, but apparently I'm a moron and it's invisible somehow. Let me see if I can make it work. Let's see. Let's see if I can make it work. Let's see if it works. If it works. No, that has nothing to do with anything. Alrighty, I don't know why it's not working. I'll probably have to fix it another time. But it's supposed to be on the screen right now. Sadly, I see it does not appear. Right? It's basically it is. Let's go cave person kind of. So it's like that, right? Patreon, right, like that, right? Then it's a / and investor thingy, like that. Investor story. Oh my God. I don't have space, like that, right? So, yeah, that's we caveman style. So that's my Patreon. Hilariously enough. That's about Patreon. Mama, thank you for reminding me. Otherwise, I would have forgotten to mention this again. We are 500 members away. Yeah, no, look, I don't want to entice people by limiting and going back and forth and putting it like at 50, 100, moving back and moving the goalpost. I'm not going to play that game. Whenever it's going to be filled, it's going to be filled. It's people's choice. I'm definitely not going to be chasing people to, to fill that in, so to speak. Whenever it will happen, it will happen. That's just what I chose to go with. So nothing has really changed about the monthly. We're still seeing the same sort of structure we saw a while back, that now is just a little bit iffy because we saw some of that movement to the upside, and even with all that appreciation in price, nothing really changed. It's basically stayed the same. So S&P, boys and girls, still waiting to break, about to break any moment now. So when it does, of course, we will be prepared. Yeah, that is about it. Let's go tickers and questions, I believe, because there's not much to cover. I mean, I didn't want to not do a live because there's not much to cover, right? So here we are. Already the same privilege as the investor Patreon members. Absolutely correct. And more so, of course, there is the Academy partition. The Academy partition is limited only to the members, to the Academy students, basically. You will sign up to the Academy strictly through me. There are now 3 empty spots, 3 open slots for one-on-one Academy, in which I basically teach you how to do proper technical analysis in depth, far more advanced tools than I do over here. It's a valuable resource, tremendously. You can ask my students that are here in the chat right now. They will, I believe, I would hope they will recommend. I hope I'm doing a decent enough job for them to recommend. Actually, I have plenty of recommendations, but that's not something I chase. I'm a shitty salesman, so it's something you guys should know by now. I'm not chasing anybody. I'm not really gonna sell the product, so to speak. I'm not that sort of person, but it's you can ask them again, because I might be biased. After all, I'm the one offering the product, so to speak, so I might be biased. That is that. Okay, let's see. I start to see. I already saw a ticker there. Don't forget, boys and girls, put a star next to a ticker. That really helps me sort of hone in on it, and that way I don't miss anything. Already saw something there, I think. Yeah, no, of course. The students, of course, Mama. What do you mean? That just makes sense. The students have all the privileges that all the privileges at all given time. Students basically get a lifetime subscription. That's a very good question. Students basically get lifetime on all the channels and all the exclusives and all the everything that will be done through the Discord. The Patreon is just a gateway, so don't look for me to post on Patreon itself. Everything is done on Discord with the Hangouts. I'm there every day. You can just join in and ask me questions. Try avoiding and writing questions in the chat. I'm usually not going to answer these because usually the answer is a little bit more complex than people like to spend time on, and I don't like to half-ass. I prefer you guys ask a question. I don't mind seeing it, sort of, if I need to do some research or look into this. Believe it or not, I don't know everything at any given moment. I might be even got rusty a little bit. So it's a good thing, but never be shy just by joining in to the open forum where I'm hanging out. Of course, there will be, sort of community hangouts that will be, I'm going to try and do them weekly on the weekends, usually when it's convenient for everybody on this kind of afternoonish time, right? So everybody gets to join and ask questions and whatnot. That is the plan. That is the plan. Right. Next, any thoughts? Let's do that. Next level. I see. I think you were the first one with that. So, right. From to go left to from an O. I'm confused about that one, Christoph, but we're gonna attend to it later. Sorry, I really didn't get it. No thingy. The only thing that really, by the way, surprised me out of them all, like really impressed me, is SoFi. This is pretty impressive. I mean, it completely skipped and blew through the 1342. It didn't even test that 1262, which brings me to believe that these are going to be tested very, very shortly. And those who understand what that means, and again, to each their own, this is not financial advice, but if I would have been holding still somehow at this stage this stock, I would have been getting out right now, at least somewhat partially, if you want to trade. It's not even trade, but capitalize on some of the profits if you truly believe there will be a correction. But I mean, if there's anything truly impressed me, that's SoFi. And if there's anything I can admit absolutely being wrong about, is this. Because I mean, even Palantir outperforming, sure, that was a possibility. Always, we are familiar with the levels even and all that wonderful stuff. Still gaps to close, which by the way, next levels above are 62.53, 63.68. Although we've tested those who were inattentive, we actually tested all the normal levels perfectly down to the, I mean, look at this. This is witchcraft level stuff, right? I mean, so we've tested everything perfectly, as you can tell, right? Oh, my bad. So as you can tell, we've tested everything perfectly. In fact, even this, right? But then we just blew past without even, retesting anything and started creating this basically newer channel, which is weird, but yeah, I mean, this is gonna break with everything else. Still abnormal, still phenomenal. And if you look at the larger channels, you're gonna see really the abnormality of it all, right? And here it is. This is how far above we are. Conveniently, was wait, but we were on our way to do something else there. We were on our way. I almost forgot there. You see. We got distracted. Yeah. What? Right, I see that makes me laugh. Next level, we said that was next levels. NVAX. NVAX, you want to see. Just NVAX. Alrighty, let's see NVAX. That has a biopharma kind of name, if you ask me. Before we Why does that doesn't really ring a bell nor anything? So let's see what do they do. Right. Good guess, isn't it? Biotechnology company. Yeah. Okay, that's people are very skeptical of companies of that sort post the pandemic and thingy, and yeah. So okay, I see, I see. Not exactly what I want to see, but okay. I mean, you're obviously, yeah, you're moving towards that screwy moment where we'll be roughly at around what, like 2 billion? Alrighty, so not great, not great, not great, not great, not great already. Yo, you're stuck. That is not great. That I don't like to get involved in things of that sort. I'm gonna try and give you the analysis, but I really don't like this sort of things. Wait with the tickers, boys and girls. Wait with the tickers, cause otherwise it'll take me forever to run through the entire chat and then get to the thing and that you guys want me to check out. It obviously had it range bound, obviously, and that range is still very active, very relevant. I wonder where it is though. What is it? Let me try and figure it out. Right, so it's gonna tend to the previous support resistance. Uh-huh. Wow, this is okay. That's gonna be the I already dislike it significantly. It's gonna be somewhere around here. It's gonna be inaccurate. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's gonna be a bit off, just a little bit off, but it will be fine enough for you to work with. So yeah, that gives it that here, that gives that here, that gives that there. So yeah. Almost didn't want to move. That's gonna be iffy. Yeah, no, that's not it. That's more like that, obviously. Ish. Don't ever try this at home, kids. Don't eyeball things. You shouldn't be eyeballing things. Even I shouldn't be eyeballing things, to be honest. Okay, so that actually is looking positive, given that you already spent the time, tested the lows. So yeah, you're already starting to catch up. Positive, but you're obviously gonna get hurt by what would be here 12-ish. So get ready for 12-ish. Ish, right? I really am. This is kind of partial, but still pretty accurate. I know it's gonna surprise some. Some here know I can do this, and you shouldn't. But so your upside is you're gonna test that 12, closing that gap, but the market really wants to close that gap as well, obviously, which you're kind of on the top of right now. So that's probably gonna appear right here, right? Right. So yeah, you're screwed with this one. This one is gonna take you all over the place. You're gonna get there's a lot of nausea involved with this one. So as weird as it may appear, it is far more probable for you to move downwards, closing it, and then moving to the upside testing it, and then moving to the upside testing it. So now you're basically stuck in the range of these three, right? So that's going to be your median, right? That's your median. That's your R1, if you will, R2. Dare I say it's gonna be the same one, right? It's gonna be R2. R2 is wide. R2 is like 16 to 17, and your very next one will be probably closer to your all-time high. Again, that one I am well. Actually, let me try and see. Oh, scheiß. Oh, that's hard. Yeah, actually, I think it might be exactly sitting. If I'm not mistaken, it's gonna be somewhere actually around the all-time high. So you're gonna get something like that, akin to this. Ignore the wrong colors, but more like. I mean, yeah, actually, that probably does work in terms of colors. Which annoyingly, so that's what you're never gonna make it. You see, so your R2 resides around here. There's like a range. That's R2, right? R1 is this, and S1 is this, right? Is that support one, right? That yeah. And internally there, you're gonna from their moment on. I'm really screwing this up, but it's going to be a lot tinier, and then you're going to have a range that, well, it's going to be this, and that's going to be below it internally. So, well, actually, that means your S1 will be here, so higher, right? Your S1 will be around, what is that, here-ish, right? So that's going to be S1, and that's going to be S2. That's going to be S1, if anything. And S2 is going to be around here, that other bottom. Kind of like that. Okay, don't try what I've just did at home. Don't eyeball anything, okay? Don't do it. Sorry. I can clarify. What are we talking about there? Like, what can I clarify? About the members? Like I said, the members, yeah, I think I've clarified that one. All right. Mara did well today, made a jump. We'll close the gap, I wonder. Okay, I mean, let's see who's up next. You are. So Mara is up next. Let's do Mara. Sorry, I'm being lazy. Oh. Whoa. Anything that looks like that is gonna close. I mean, if you're trading it, you're lucky, right? If you're trading, you're lucky. Take whatever you can. I mean, not financial advice, you do you, but if I was you, I would have taken whatever I could and would have been waiting for a correction on whatever is left from this, that, as a bare minimum, and then start looking at it. You're in profit. Again, no one went bankrupt by taking some profit. So this is, yeah. What were you saying there? And well, today made a jump. Will it close the gap? I wonder. Let's look at I mean, momentum is peaking, right? So you are sooner or later gonna start correcting that thing, right? I mean, look at this. Look at this thing right there, right? What's up with your daily? Yeah, yeah. I don't have anything on my Mara here. I should have something here. Let's do Mara here. Lazy again. Look, lazy again. Oh, wow. Wow, wow. Wait. Yeah, they're hiking the price. What is that? Was there some news? Was there something to justify this? Wait, what is that? Did they just updates? No, that's some boring nonsense. Where's the load up guy? Where's the bullshit? More mines. No, I don't want mines. Oh, news. My God, where's my news? Yeah. Uh, what? Because Bitcoin? Because BTC? That's what we're talking about. That's the shtick. I think. No, Mike, you're good. Mike, you're good. You're good. You're good. Good. Didn't miss anything. Not anything too interesting. Yeah, just covering the let's see. What did the market do? So no, I mean, Mike, you didn't miss a thing. So market closed here, right? Market opened here with all the noise and the gap and blah 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 blah. That's all that noise for this nothingness. So that's that. We didn't do jack. We didn't miss a thing. We were Mara. We own a crypto. What is crypto doing? What is crypto doing? But just curiosity, right? 87, right? Okay. So basically, we're saying what? What are we really saying? What are we really saying? So, I mean, what are we saying anything valuable here with this, or is it just nothing burger? It's an obvious rally in which people are tempted to FOMO like crazy. Okay, not interesting. Okay, so right, I'm not sure what's the shtick. What do they want? Well, what's the event? I see, I see. So it's all fundamental and a bunch of noise basically, and the gap will get closed. I gotcha. I gotcha. That is so gonna get closed. That is so gonna get closed and so not left alone. Yeah. hmm I mean, your own resistance right now, that 25 is your resistance, which I think I mentioned before. I'm pretty sure I have. Just call it 25 and call it a day. Yeah. I mean, not as obvious as I wanted to be, but here. Here. Those who wonder and question it, here it is. Here. Chill out. Here it is. You see? Don't forget. I have a spidey sense for the thingies. No, I don't. I just know how the tools work by heart. So yeah, all right. So that's your. I mean, plus it doesn't take a genius to see what's going on here. So yeah, that's that. You're gonna correct 25. My God, gentlemen, wait for me. Wait. Okay, so we didn't done your thing. We did Mara, we did Navak, NVAX, right? We've done NVAX for you from before. When you asked no, yes, we've done. BMY, we have somebody asking for BMY. Let's do BMY. Mm. Hmm. Have you asked me to look at this before? What's up with the bio stuff today? What's up with the bio, guys? What's up with the bio? I'm not a fan. That's up to you. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. What the hell is going? What the hell? Tell me, guys, you really think this is sustainable? What the hell? You know, this is obviously all going to get closed. Let me just to before I'm yeah. I mean, this is quite a normal asset, and let's see, yeah, nothing gets left behind. Nothing gets left behind. No surprise. Oh, plus your freaking range. What the hell you saying? Or whatever. Let me check this out. So when was that? That was right. That actually makes total sense. But that means you are ahead? And I hate how off this is. That's going to be annoying. So I should... I can see it, although I shouldn't be, but I do. It should be like this. And, where was it? Like that-ish. Probably off maybe by a fraction of a millimeter there. And yeah. Alrighty. Let's do some magic. Yeah, actually, you're. All right, that's interesting. That is actually positive. I know it seems negative. I mean, look, it's not positive. You're still probably is gonna be moving into this some sort of downward sort of thing, doing this sort of thing, or doing this sort of thing, or this sort of thing. But it is all revolving around these levels, basically. It's all about these two. It's all about these 56.85 and 54.94, right? So that's what it's all about. If you are observant, you notice that the entire thing basically revolves around, I mean, that's the thing, right? And everything revolves around it. Basically, here's the thing, and here's the thing revolving around the thing, right? So the thing, that's the thing, that's your main thing. So, and you are going basically to standard deviation levels, if you will, in both direction. So your actual range is basically this, which is 77.12, and this, which is your 41.23. That's really what you're doing. So all of the rest is just kind of noise. Noise. You've tested, you confirmed, you might be, your slippage is going to be here. You're range bound, basically. This appears to be range bound, and it's planning to be range bound. So, if you play your cards right, you can trade this thing into oblivion, basically. Chris, this is phenomenal for trading. Wait, who was this for? This was Chris. Yeah, Chris. You can trade this into oblivion, right? This is a perfect swing mechanism. I love what I see. It's annoying, yes. It takes about, I mean, you can see every swing is like a year, but you can swing this thing to death. Like, yeah, this is pretty cool. So, you are best case scenario. Okay, so best case scenario, you are only testing to your median, which will be your golden pocket right there, which is that nice number range that we just spoke about, that 56.85, then 54. Remember, treat it as a singular level, right? Treat it as a singular almost like somebody would treat a line, you treat this range as a line. So the market can go in and treat this as a thing, right? You get that. Alrighty. But your range bound, look for it to correct to the downside a little bit, close that wunderbar gap, probably maybe even close that other wunderbar gap we had right there below, and then eventually start climbing higher, testing the high, and then moving back in. And that way gaps don't matter here. It's just kind of for protocol measure, if you will. It's just a protocol thing. Greg, are you happy with Trump win? Yes, I am very happy. Next level, I am very happy. Wait, we've checked this. No, am I crazy? We've checked this. I'm not sure if it was you or somebody else. We just checked this. Who asked this? We just checked this. Or this is from before and I'm stupid. Alrighty. If it is, sorry. Greg, are you happy with Trump when he said, yeah, Stone Snake, I'm impressed as well. And I don't like to see that really as a shareholder. That's why, way too insane. Yeah, oh, well, sure, yeah. Is bygone play. IMH. Oh, okay. So IMHO, you say. IMH. Oh, I'm ho. In my opinion, oh god damn it! Stunks. At least I hope you're all getting a laugh there. How easy it is to trick Greg into. Thank God Greg is not a ticker. Greg is probably a ticker. I've never checked. I swear I've never checked. Greg 5? Greg 5. Alrighty. Greg 5. What are we doing now? Now what we're doing was a COVID thing. Right. I see. Right. A lot of vaccine and bio plays are to be avoided now because people are very skeptical and very worrisome. And especially in hesitant times, you're going to see people just running away from that stuff. CrowdStrike I like. Let's do CrowdStrike. What do you think, G? I don't remember. What did... CRWD, we said, what did I say last time? I don't remember. Thank God I do retain some crap on my crap stuff here. So we can actually use some of the stuff that I keep on stuff. CRWD. Oh. Okay. CRWD. Let's see what I've... You see how nice that I leave notes for my own self so I can then, take a look at what the hell is going on, right? So what is that? What's going on? So we are obviously wanting to, this is, no, this is not yet. I mean, so it's going to test lower just for the sake of, where did we get that? I see. CrowdStrike is definitely having a blast from this whole thing. I mean, I actually so need that I've made these very different measurements on different charts and coming up with the same conclusions-ish. So now you've tested above, you are... No, that's bullshit. That's lying to you. I got it. So... Yeah, you see, my supports and resistances were in line. At least I wasn't wrong. But it definitely tested. What is it doing? It's gonna correct back down to it, to that 33188. Wow, why are you so bullish? Why are you so bullish? Why are you so bullish? But then again, why are you so bullish, bearish, lying to yourself? Look, crowd, even when you're going to have some bullish momentum right now, it's basically, it's going to drag you downwards. Interesting. So yeah, you are obviously... Get ready to eventually... I marked this. Nothing really I mean, nothing changes other than Will this rally? You're gonna test this back. Look, the same way this out of bounds and the trend is kind of like this, you can be out of bounds like this. Why is that so different? I mean, what's the difference between the two, right? You see your trend is, fuck my, more like this, right? More like that-ish. And the same way you're gonna have this out of bounds, the same way you're gonna have this out of bounds. Where is my... No, I want my linear regression, please. Give me another one, please. I want it set to 100. Right. Thank you. Right. That's your top. I see what's going on here. That's going to be your probably, yeah. That's where that high that it's aiming at. What is that? 360 something? You have like 20 more bucks. If on a good day, if you're really lucky, you're going to squeeze some of this juice. And that's if you're really lucky. If the market doesn't start just, throwing into the trash. Into the bin. Into the bin. What are we doing? We're still doing 6,000. Damn, how hot. This is so high. This is so freaking high. This is just insane that we're able to prolong it all that far out. This is absolute insanity. Yeah, I missed out. I quite significantly missed out. Sometimes, expecting the market to be more rational than not doesn't always work out. To 100, probably think we said that. Nice, congrats. Never owned it, but owned other stuff. Another wave off. I wonder what was that about. Which is basically zero position. Okay. Crowd for Black Mamba. Yeah. We're doing crowd. We're doing crowd. I think we've done enough of crowd to figure out what's going on. This is, I'll tell you again, crowd is probably gonna close these gaps. I'm very suspicious of these gaps, so I do believe it can try and close some of these gaps to the 360, maybe leaving that behind, the one above that is a little bit too high. I think these are very possible, and then correcting back down, and by then we're probably gonna move down. So crowd, all in all, I expect it to correct downwards and continue this downwards cycle, if you will, this downwards trend. But there is some money there to be squeezed. So remember, nothing is all. I like how people are black and white in that sense that the market is going to do this or that. No, it's going to do that or this through this volatile procedure of up and down. Nothing is just straightforward, just one directional, and that's it, right? We know to be objective about things here. Same way, I'm not jumping off the the tail end and I'm just running away to do these lives right away. Oh, look, the market moved $2 down. We're going down. No, we are expecting what we are, but when it's going to start happening, it's going to be very clear. We'll have no doubts about it. Never news before you triggers. Yeah, that absolutely helps, guys. Guys and girls, if you put stars, they just stand out to just jump out, and I immediately see them. I'm sorry for that weird request, but really does help, because sometimes if I pay too much attention to the analysis, I miss out on what's going on in the chat, and then I miss out on the tickers, and we don't want to do that, right? And I want to put the chat on slow mode. You guys deserve more than, I mean, it's my fault that I'm being lethargic and stupid and slow, so you guys are good. It's my fault. Yeah, no, crypto's insane. Crypto's insane. The reason I'm not a big fan is because no one knows who truly Satoshi Nakamoto is, and I have a gut feeling it's a 3-letter agency somehow or something of that sort, and there's a bigger plan with crypto, and doing it on a small amount that doesn't mean anything is pointless. Than just use your money for something you actually like, right? So you see, but then using it on a scale that will actually F you over if the crypto market will go tits up, so what's the point, Right. I want to ask you. We're gonna get to that in a second. Absolutely, Christoph. Then good job, good job, good job. Oil prices low as far as I've seen today. As far as I caught up, but that's just 68 is just sort of that level that we slip below 70. So oftentimes when this is where we find support. So if you look at oil is moving with at the median of 70, right? So 68 is our very next sort of right? Support and resistance, and our very next resistance is about 74. What is that, 72-ish? No, I remember it was higher. But yeah, it appears to be 72, 73-ish, kind of like that, right? Ignore the color. That should be more like, yeah. The real psychological here is this. That is your real psychological level. That's 70. Boom, like that. That's your level. And Bob's your sister. You didn't expect that one. All right. Nowadays, it can actually happen. No, I don't. I don't like zero DTs. No, no, no. Zero the expiration the trades. No, no, no. That's not my. That's not my bowl game, brother. You know we don't do that sort of stuff here. We're not that crazy. We ain't that crazy, brother. That's just like Arnon stuff. I think I just had Square just on the screen earlier. I think we looked at it, haven't we? School. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so Square upside, roughly to the area where I spoke about, far quicker than I thought. You see, this is why we don't time the market, because if you'd have been expecting what I said, it will take forever. But now, it just sort of happened within a weekend, right? So looks like the market just basically fulfilled most of what I was saying. Looks like you have a little bit more up, but although you are squeezing it, I mean, you are squeezing these. You have some more. Don't expect it to break that very next moment. You have some more. So surprised you have some more, right? So surprised that you have this level to match, probably somewhere like that. There you go. So you have that. And yeah, I mean, you basically are on your path of doing exactly what I said. It seems. I hope I'm not gonna be completely misleading here, but it seems like you have more to squeeze. But look, I mean, block actually, or I think I remember block was one of those that we said it's not gonna be straightforward. It's gonna be kind of ugly. Here it is. We said right, but all in all, it's an upside track, which we think it's probably going to suffer from the correction. So it's not going to be anywhere like this. It's going to be more like somewhere along the lines of going to try this, and somewhere there just break and go, you know, and do some unpleasant things, right? And wow, that's going to be so unpleasant for block. Probably going to be slippage out of this. And eventually that. Wow, I mean, shit, block could suffer bad. Wow, like, and I'm being generous. I mean, block could have the. No, but it's not gonna make it. It's gonna be too low. No, no, no. It's gonna be somewhere here. It's gonna be. There is. It's gonna be somewhere here ish. So that still ends up on this. Yeah, no. So that doesn't work like that. The way you're gonna have it is more like let me try and ish. Sorry for my inability to draw. Ish. Kinda? Am I on track there somewhere? So it's gonna be like that. If it's that slippage to this. Yeah. So yup. That's gonna be like. I mean, I don't think you're really gonna have it that bad. I really don't think that will happen. I think you're gonna have some form of slippage out of these bounds, and that will just be the last of the bad pain that you're gonna have, and then that's with the market correction. So even if this is gonna be very unpleasant for you. Yeah, but block future wise looks good. Alrighty, so I mean that's that. We were skew that Tomas. Tomas, I hope that answer your question. I hope you like. Yeah. I was earlier just stupid and I came back to the NV thingy. Um, uh, uh, uh. On the stock fundamentally, I think it's great, especially as it was on the down wave for the tangible recession reason. Sorry. Should buy some. No. Again, so reminding you, those who don't know here, my Discord now is separate and is private. So you go to www.pet3 on like that in the so right. And that's how you sign up. $10 a month, and once that range is closed, that's it. Link is in the chat right now. Of course, lots more to come than it has already. I will add more stuff as we go. Hangouts, don't forget you can join the Hangouts this way and ask me questions throughout the day. It does not mean I'm gone from Tom's community. I will be there. I will be participating. Of course, I will be more participating in my own Discord, more there and stuff. But I'm not gone from Tom's. I will still be keeping the order there, helping out with the Discord stuff and everything we do as friends. So, yeah. Or at least so I hope. 100 and go back down. Seems we broke the upper channel. Now holding. All right, Mamba. Yeah. So we got it right. We got it perfectly right, it seems. For sure forget where we want to go until your opinion expires. Sounds great. All right. Look, no, I mean, you can write it down and stuff, but you can follow up. You can ask again. As long as we don't cover the same stock every other day, it gets like, come on, same person, right? Same person say nothing changed, so not really. There's not a reason. But if we see days like this that actually a lot of stuff happens, why not? We actually have something to look at, right? Server edit has crowd agent on it, so seems like down 4, jump to all-time high. Guess sucks. Up to 400-ish at this point, then retrace. Yeah. We talked about that gap, right? Tom Lee might be right, lol. Insanity. Irrational. Yep. Yeah. Market can be very irrational. Right. You asked that. I forgot. My apologies. That is so unhealthy. That is so unhealthy. No, we didn't do it here, so we done it here, I believe, probably. Or we didn't do it at all, or I didn't mark anything. Okay, so you're gonna pay for these towards that, and you're gonna have to prove fake out. Okay, I see. Very smart. Very good. Okay, so that's wrong. That is wrong. That's your low now. So that's your low, basically, because that was wrong in the first place, basically. So you got it. Da, 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 da. Yeah. That's a fun one. Okay. What? Why? No, I don't believe that. That doesn't make any sense. No. Why? What? No, I'll need to look into what? What? Mm. If you have enjoyed this rally and you are in it still with profits, you do you. This is not financial advice, but if I would have been in that state I just described a second ago, I would have been so out. In fact, I would have been so out. I would have been out right at that 350 right there, probably. Not if that would happen. Did it? Did it? I wonder where the wick is. I cannot see. Did we get that? Did it do that or no? It just did it after. Yeah, I mean, actually, you know what? Yes, I would have been out at that 340. Like there's no tomorrow. I would have been out here. Screw anything and everything. I would have been so out at 330. So out. Like, no, I would have been so out. Yeah, that's mm. $80 in a day. By Friday, 500 by Friday. Alrighty, crazy, Mamba. Good job. Wow, wow, it's insane, Mamba. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna do a SLV. Sure, why not? For 2021. Alrighty, Black. Well, I already have my administration set up. I'm very well familiarized with them. Sadly, there is no openings for that for the time being, which is Nanny's and Tim, a friend of mine, Christoph. So we have that set up, but you're more than welcome to join Discord in general, the community, just so we can hang out, ask questions and whatnot, which if I don't have you there yet. It is a private server, so you do need to be a Patreon member for that, or at least a student in my academy. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Of course, yeah. SLV. Let's do SLV. SLV is gonna be the final one. We're gonna do, that's gonna be the final tickers. The tickers. We're gonna look at. Oh, I mean, we've kind of spoke about this. We are expecting somewhat of a correction, but then again, your SLV is doing so well. So Nah, you're gonna, you see, yeah. I remember well. I remember well. I remember well. I remember well. You are gonna go for correction. Hey, Danny, good to see you. Hello, Leah. Hello, everybody. Late but here like button. Thank you very much, everybody. If you could, yeah, like, subscribe, all that beautiful stuff. Join our Patreon community. Blah 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 blah. We said you're gonna go for a correction here, and we said you will, and you are getting ready for that beautiful stuff, and you will be doing your correction, obviously, all the way to that 2019, 2019 kind of area. That's gonna be your thingy here, this, like that, kind of, right? So that's gonna be your, yeah. You are going down. Of course, you're not going to go straight down. You're going to test this median right here. You're going to taste it all good for a while there. You're going to be, testing and tasting and then doing all the wonderful stuff with it. And then eventually going to break to this, which will then catch up with this and probably break to this and do some wonderful stuff like that. But you're going to go down, baby. You're going to go down first. Yeah. You're going down. Yeah, all that stuff. Alongside gold. Yeah, no, Mamba, it's gonna be similar to gold, and we said we're expecting a correction on both. No, for real. See. BTC 100. I wouldn't want to look at BTC altogether because it's completely irrational and unhinged, and I don't want to participate in an asset that it's like an asset that one day it pretends to care for gravity, another day it doesn't care about gravity, and basically every other day does whatever the hell it wants. I don't play these games. When something is so volatile with no actual connection to why, and it sort of fluctuates back and forth from the state of connected to coupled with this, uncoupled from that, this is no. It's a big no for me. With the FOMO and how humans are, yes, I can see BTC potentially making it to 100k, but it's completely unhinged. Because it's unhinged, it can. So yeah. Good evening, Leah. As we said, hello. Don't worry, it's all good as long as you make it. I tremendously appreciate you joining and having, the evening with us as well here. Do you need work too, or are you rich and just doing YouTube? YouTube is actually not paying me a cent properly. I can't even get the super chats that people send me. I don't even get those. Like, it's kind of accumulating in the background. Unlike Tom, I'm not a big gigantic YouTuber and I get paid by YouTube. So that's, and actually I'm quite bluntly being discriminated against, because my subscribers literally telling me that they were randomly unsubscribed for no good reason, and they know they were subscribed, not getting notifications on a consistent basis. So it's quite problematic what's going on. And so, I mean, I do teach. I do right now. I'm not trading. I do have various savings that I've generated over the years. Mainly, if you would, for hype, mainly to sort of look at it objectively, my main income comes from the students, from the academy, continuous students that I teach. I do get a couple of cents right now. I'm starting to gain from Patreon, but it's not even. Let's just say that. And yeah, and taxes and everything, and by the time, yeah, I don't get paid much from that sort of endeavor. It's just it's a passion project for now. I mean, I hope one day it will be paying the bills. I do hope to be as great as Tom is, and maybe even bigger and greater and all that great stuff. So if you really want to help me out, join the Patreon. It's just a tiny drop in the bucket, if you will. Share the channel, subscribe, like, all that beautiful stuff. I'm assuming it's going to take me forever, since I didn't really exactly start during COVID. And yeah, YouTube is kind of discriminating against Israel and anybody and everything from Israel. So I am definitely in big trouble when it comes to making it on YouTube. Uh, if there is a chance my channel will ever make it, it will be when the war will be over. So yeah. We don't even know how worse it's going to get. At some point, YouTube might discriminate against me the same way it does against Russian YouTubers and just basically completely blocks them and all that sort of stuff. It's not going to be surprising to me at all. So yeah, I mean that's why I said I tremendously appreciate all the super chats and all that, but don't bother. They don't even make it to me yet. They are accumulating in the background somewhere there, something, but it's not like I can get even that. So just letting you know. If you really want to support the channel, if you really want to support my efforts here and all that, Patreon, that's it. That's like the best way. If you want to become a student, one-on-one learning technical analysis in depth, one-on-one in the on the Discord, where I have one-on-one sessions. It's not just a bunch of videos. Good luck, watch this and good luck. I actually teach one-on-one. We go through sessions, we discuss, we ask questions. There's a curriculum and everything. So, yeah, and actually it's pretty cheap. I'm gonna still offer it at the same price to my community, the same way I offer it, of course, to Tom's. So it's tremendously discounted. It's basically a 50% discount on what I would ask for when it comes to outside the Discord and the community here and all that beautiful stuff that we do here. All right. Pay $99 per month. That's funny, low. What? Where, folks? Where? Who? I'm hanging out. 999 per month, bro. If I would get 999 per month, yeah. No, if it could be the subscription to the academy, right? No, well, per month? No, that's probably like a one-time payment or something. I don't know. I don't know who you're talking about. Really, I'm not sure. You're talking about Tom? No way. Tom doesn't have that. I'm pretty sure. We don't have that. In the community, folks pay nine. I see. 999 a month? What the hell community is that? What? What? That is just horrible. Mamba, what are you doing? You're crazy, man. Okay. Will Google soar if we send super chats? No, that's no. Screw Google and YouTube and all of that crap. I mean, I've been waiting for a code from YouTube that normally YouTubers get within like 2 or 3 weeks at most. I'm now waiting for 3 months. So, I mean, you tell me if I'm being discriminated against. In fact, I had them resend the code, and I haven't yet received the original one that was sent basically 2.5 months ago at this point or something like that. Yeah, so 2 months, 2 months bare minimum. So shadow banned to a degree. Yeah. I mean, that's just kind of what's going on. I have to assume. Maybe I'm crazy. Call me crazy. Call whatever. Maybe I don't know. But the fact of the matter that this is a bit weird, and even that the algorithm doesn't favor my my headlines maybe or thumbnails or whatever. It should at least allow the occasional person to be sort of proposed, the right person to be proposed to this sort of thing, and they end up joining and finding this channel. Somehow no one finds this channel unless, in fact, my own members actually getting unsubscribed, so which is kind of annoying. Yeah. People who don't want to be unsubscribed, people who actively follow the channel, and then they see, well, I didn't get the notification because I wasn't subscribed. So wait until the SQQ Greg will be rich. No, SQQ is just sort of this nice play in the background, right? I mean, I'm not really putting everything I have into it. I can't. That's going to be insanity. It's going to be against my own, practice what you preach. But I'm not rich. I'm not like Tom level rich, nowhere near that. I've had a lot of unpleasant stuff happening in my life. A lot of stuff I shouldn't have spent money on, from women to family members and whatnot, and all sorts of weird projects. And yeah, I've never pursued money on that level. I believe that I'm In fact, if I would have pursued money on that level, I would have been far richer a long time ago. I just don't have the heart to screw people over, and I've been exactly in the right positions and places and industries to do that. I just am incapable. In fact, one of the reasons why I opted out of working for institutions is because even on your whitest, even when you try to do your best, you're sometimes forced into, it's either you tolerate arguments and sort of instances that you don't want to be a part of, and all sorts of weird discussions with your managers about all sorts of weird stuff. Why didn't you take money from that person, and other weird sort of weird things, which is not how I go. In fact, when I feel a person has nothing to do with the market, I say, buddy, you better take your money, put it in the bank, give it to a managed account, like that you shouldn't be doing this. I mean, straight up, no bullshit. And of course, as you can imagine, my managers would be very unhappy with that. So yeah. Oh, please hit the like and comment. Yeah, absolutely. Those who can come back after the video is done and just share, do a comment for the algo, whatever. That will be tremendous for me. I definitely am not gonna be getting the support of the community of Tom's Discord anymore. Sadly, that's just the reality of it. And yeah, the sad reality that it all happened because a loud minority that didn't care for none of it anyway, and that's like really, really annoying. But yeah, well, that's life. That shit happens, Member in Academy. Academy is when you directly sign up through me. There is no tier on the Patreon. You sign up. We have weekly sessions. We're supposed to have weekly sessions. Depends on your schedule that you schedule. Although now I'm so limited, it's going to be actually one session a week. And it's not going to be 1 hour or 45 minutes. Some sessions last as long as 2 hours, 3 hours, and then we also ramble on and talk about whatever life, market, nonsense, philosophy, psychology, you name it. Great fun. I really like this part of the academy, if you will, where we just hang out with the members and talk about whatever. And of course, you don't need to be them a Patreon, because students of my academy are manually signed, and you basically get membership in the Discord for life. But that's, as long as it's all gonna persist and exist, and I hope it will. I hope I'm not gonna have any unfortunate things to make me wanna close it. I plan to stay and develop and grow it and make it into a beautiful community. As you guys know, I kind of know how to do that sort of stuff. I hope it will work. Cannot promise. I'll do my best. I'm kind of fighting forces here. I cannot. It's like, it's not even David fighting Goliath. It's an ant fighting, I don't know, a spaceship, if you will. So, but I'll do my best. I promise to do my best. Like and support this great guy. Thank you very much, Mamba. I tremendously appreciate it. Like I said, I usually will try to go live earlier. It's just that today I had a bottle of juice here, just literally as I was about to go live, as I was setting everything up, it just blew up, and I had juice here everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I mean everywhere, and I have no idea how my computer survived this. I'm so lucky my desk is positioned the way it is, because otherwise right now there would have been no live, no nothing, and I would have had to plan how I'm going to buy a new PC tomorrow. So, which is not a cheap endeavor. So, right. Like, when the war is over, did you have information? Greg, when will the war over? Did you have information? I don't have information about that, and I don't know whether the war is just getting started. This is a 7-front war. We're being attacked from literally, technically, if you really want to be objective, seven different fronts. And I mean, I just am going to say it's lucky, since now we are sort of able to move it down to 6-ish, kind of finalizing Gaza, if you will, to some extent, although I think Gaza should not be left where it is. It's a travesty. Have you ever seen a fireman go into a house and put out 80% of the fire and say, that 20% will be fine. It'll be fine, no worry. No, that is just us waiting for the next time that we'll try the same thing again. And that next time is going to be worse because now they're upset as if they feel like, like their candy was taken away from them. They shouldn't have been placed in Gaza in the first place. We shouldn't have removed our people in 2000, in 2020, in 2005, and we shouldn't have agreed for this nonsensical agreement. We should have fought it with all our power because, yeah. I mean, so to be simple here, next level, we're going to be lucky if it's not going to get worse. That's that. Uh, mm. I mean, we've neutralized a lot of them, obviously, right? And it will affect. It's not affect. Look, well, no. Oil is far. Or I thought you were gonna say something else there, but no. Oil is far of a bigger story. Again, next, I told you if you really want to understand oil, join the again, hang out in the community, right? On the Discord, we can talk about it and all that beautiful stuff. It's a lot more of a convoluted topic because oil is a very unique asset. It's very unique. There's a lot. You can ask nannies here. We just had a call talking about oil. Oil, with before you tackle anything that oil is connected to and affects, you truly need to understand oil and what it is on its own before you even like I said, tackle or even look at how it correlates to other assets and how it affects the overall market. So I hate to say it and I hate to leave you hanging like that, but there's no way for me to explain it properly. Even not even half-assing it right now is just going to be impossible. It's a long-winded, long explanation to understand and sort of conversation to really understand how it connects to everything. I know people next level. Everybody give a lot. Many people are telling me they don't get notifications and all that stuff. So as sad as it is, I mean, those people who stayed in that original role will not be affected over on Tom's. Over time, I guess roles will adjust and will change, right? It's the plan is to completely detach the discords separately, so Tom will be able to fly independently, and I will be able to fly independently, and not have any issues with how we manage things. And yeah, that's the plan. Store be 99 in the year. Well, it depends on what you give. If you pull each day real money, then people will pay whatever. I don't do that, Mamba. I'm not a signal service of that sort of thing. That's a whole different thing that I do. And if people feel like what I do is invaluable and want to join, or if people they feel like it's has no value, right? Just they will not join. It's up to them. I'm definitely not the person to pursue and push on this sort of thing. My community and the people and the sort of level of knowledge that I bring to the table, I'm fairly confident with it. And if people want to learn, join and learn. I don't want to brag. I just feel like bad if I'll start bragging and all that. I assure you, you can ask, the people in the community and in the academy, the value that I actually bring and the knowledge and the stuff that I teach, and compared to the price sort of that it is. Sure, again, the $10 right now. Later, those who will not lock in that tier, they will have to pay a higher price, right? For now, those who are loyal, those who really want to see my channel succeed, really want to see this community grow, and enjoy the benefits of the knowledge and info that I bring to the table. $10 is like you being offered to buy a Lambo for $1,000. I mean, I would somehow, even if I don't have a dollar in my pocket, will somehow gonna be able to come up with 20,000 to buy 20 of them. So I mean, the value to each their own. I'm not gonna preach and convince anybody. Yeah, so join us. The link is in the description and all that beautiful stuff. I'll take care that it's gonna appear on the screen next time. It is what it is. Those who want to join, cool. Those who don't. Lambo in Israel. You don't want to have a Lambo in Israel. I mean, Mamba, you don't want to. With our roads, bro, you don't want to have a Lambo. You want to have a 4x4 with our shitty roads. That is so true, by the way. I mean, so many people here can afford Lambo, really, but you shouldn't. You just shouldn't. Plus, you're just gonna be, where are you gonna be racing from and to? From red light to red light, you know? And man, people will just scratch the living bejesus out of it in Tel Aviv and anywhere that is a major city. So no, Lambo in Israel is a no-go. Just buy a nice apartment in Tel Aviv. Exactly, Lambo apartment in Tel Aviv. Actually, I hate Tel Aviv. I've lived in Tel Aviv for a long time. Tel Aviv is far too noisy. Herzliya, Givatayim, Ramat Gan, those are the adjacent areas. Those are slightly more wealthy, more quiet, nicer. I mean, honestly, next level, jokes aside, and Mamba, even if I would have had the money for a Lambo right now, I wouldn't have bought it. It makes no sense, right? I mean, I really have to be like on a Elon level kind of wealth to buy a Lambo, and by that time I'll probably be doing projects that don't allow a Lambo where I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna be going to deserts and weird places where Lambos don't really go, unless it's completely customized, and I'll just simply prefer to buy like a Razvani tank or something, like a new Razvani. Those who don't know, it's a company that makes armored SUVs and utility vehicles and all sorts of like cool stuff. So custom made with like James Bond level. Sababa, Black Mamba. In Israel, it's 100% tax on cars. Yeah. Everything here is. How do you know all that, Mamba? You really are knowledgeable. 250 becomes 700k in Israel. Very good, Mamba. You are really knowledgeable. You really understand how annoying it is. Man, you really are knowledgeable. Mamba, you really know your stuff here. You really know your stuff. That is true. Everything Mamba is saying is true, boys and girls. This is the sad reality of Israel. So even the luxuries that you guys can afford are just on an insane level here that you guys cannot comprehend. And I mean, the salaries are not that high if you think. So, cost of living is stupid high. Mamba, thank you for validating and confirming a lot of stuff I've been saying to people here. Thank you. I tremendously appreciate that. Boys and girls, I think it's time to adjourn today's call. I hope you enjoyed it. Craziest tax in the world. Yeah, on everything. Because we don't export anything. We don't export anything. Basically, the only thing we export is brains. That's why everybody's so smart here. Because it's either be smart or drown kind of thing. Anyway, yeah. Boys and girls, time to adjourn this call. I will see you tomorrow. I hope tomorrow will bring us enough price action and enough interesting stuff for me to have a session. Otherwise, Chobi, thank you for showing up and reminding me that you're still here. Much appreciated. Much appreciated back to all of you. I really appreciate all of you showing up and, like, schmike, all that, blah, blah. Really, the greatest thing you guys can do is join in, hang out, listen, participate. Without even like, schmikes, all of that really, really helps. So much love to all of you. Constant war and goddamn expensive. Yeah. Also, there's that defense. The defense budget is just insane here because we have to, Right. Mama. Right. Thank you again. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff if you can. It's free. At the end of the day, it's free. So I'll see you on the next one and see you on the Discord. Bye for today. Cheers.